It's been a couple of weeks. Who remembers broad strokes? I can fill in details where we are and what we're doing.
We are.
So,
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Nope.
So basically, Amon screwed us over by kidnapping a djinn, and so we're paying the price for it, basically. Gone through a whole bunch of trials to prove that, we don't need to be, prisoned or imprisoned for a very long time, hopefully. And yeah, we've just been passing trials as we go. We're currently in the hall where the djinns are hanging out and see what we're up to next. You said broad strokes. That's
Yeah,
about
that's
as
pretty
broad
good.
as
I think we did 3 of the 4,
That's correct.
and I think we were probably going to long rest since we're out of everything. Oh, we may have just long rested.
So I think we ended the session doing that.
Okay.
Do we have Michelle today, or do we need to drive Renan?
Yeah, sorry, I meant to mention, I don't think she told anyone, but she's working this morning at a drag brunch.
Okay.
So she is getting ready for that currently, and she's leaving soon. So
Have so
if
much
you
fun.
wouldn't mind pushing buttons.
Nope, you got it.
Yep. I don't know that we need specific details from the previous uh, halls of amusement. The last one that remains is Fasu's Merid Temple of Amusement. Once we are gathered and prepared, you can step through her door into the Temple of Amusement of the Water Djinn, the Merid, and see what you can do to make her smile today.
I don't think I'm going to like this one.
You're only saying that because it's water.
Exactly. Okay, step you through.
You're only saying that because it's a long rest, so John's going to try and kill us with everything he's got.
You know.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like I do that pretty consistently, regardless of how prepared you guys are.
Truth.
We were kind of getting our ass handed to us at the end of the last thing. I clearly remember. So
I'm having a little bit of Roll20 lag. Give me 1 second while I restart.
You gotta say I have missed this though.
The
At the
roll
same time,
20
I've been
issues.
enjoying my sleep too. No, yes,
Oh.
yes, of all roll 20 issues, exactly.
Trying to fall asleep at 2 in the morning thinking about Roll20 issues.
That's right.
Everything in my life has been going so smooth. I am ready if you guys are ready. Fasu motions towards the door and it becomes this aqueous wall of like upright, perpendicular to the floor water. And through it, you can sort of see like a bright, sunlit day, but it's kind of hard to tell exactly what it looks like. But you sort of get like an outdoor sense, like a day at the beach kind of vibe. And she
Nice.
encourages you to step through the gateway if you're ready. Um,
I'm ready.
I don't know if there's any
do
like
it.
pre-preparations you want to make.
I hate when John says like we
I
probably should, but
I want to cast water breathing on everybody. It lasts up to 24 hours, and I can put it in the chat.
Nice.
you
I
foiled
didn't.
John's plan yet again.
Nice.
I just feel
Yeah.
like I have not used this before, and yeah, let's
Wow,
do it.
10 creatures. That's pretty. That's a pretty good bang for
That
your
is
buck.
That's
really
what I
good.
was thinking. I didn't see that was part of the spell before.
I feel like that may be changed in D&D 24 because that I feel like it used to be one character or one character per every other spell level.
Hmm.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, I feel like I can
Everybody,
also cast this right before a long rest every day.
I have infinite water breathing. All right. Everybody has the ability to breathe underwater either through manufactured gills or like abyss-style water helmets, however you want to envision that. Um, Stepping through the gateway, you find yourself on the creaky deck of an old wooden ship drifting on the ocean under mild breeze. You can feel it rock up and down, crest and fall on the waves. There's a captain at the helm, crew standing around, not really acknowledging your arrival, but stepping around you to continue their work. There's a guy with a mop swabbing the deck who has to walk around you and rolls his eyes like you're a gross inconvenience now. Um,
I
Prominently
get that every
featured,
day.
there's a interesting blonde woman dressed in an elaborate and expensive gown that sort of is in stark contrast to the rugged nature of the ship and all of the other people here. She's obviously not a crew member so much as probably a traveler, someone who's booked passage on this vessel, and she keeps a spread waxed paper fan that she keeps cooling herself with and demurs to peek behind it to smile at the new arrivals on the ship here. She introduces herself as Anna and asks if your destination is exile or if you plan to stay on board the ship to further destinations beyond.
We're just passing through, lady.
And so we
Lady,
go.
lady.
She tells you that she's been on the ship for quite some time and she's very grateful for the opportunity for company because most of the people here can't read nor can they write and they're absolutely horrid company. It's
Amon isn't much
obvious you
better,
are
just a heads up.
colorful company. Perhaps you can help me pass the time and regale me with stories of adventure, of intrigue, of excitement.
Oh, we have adventures and intrigue and excitement.
She looks to you, Oni, and says that she has no shortage of free time on this passage, and she's waited a very long time to speak with someone who could amuse her. She sits down on a small tri-legged stool and just crosses her legs and puts her hands on top of her knee and just waits to be entertained. Her
Oh,
motions, her gestures, sort of like very clearly, very cleanly convey affluence. She's obviously an exceedingly wealthy person who's, I don't want to say used to mistreating people, but like you can tell this is a person who doesn't hear no a lot.
Hmm.
Can I
She's
push
not,
her over?
she's not outwardly rude about it, but she is just hopeful that you will be willing to comply with her request for an amusing story.
Annie. Annie.
Yeah, Oni.
Oni. She keeps like
Yeah.
once it becomes obvious Oni's not gonna jump right in and tell a story. Her gaze is kind of like marking faces. Like, ooh, okay, not. How about you? Big one? No. The small one?
Uh,
Maybe.
I could tell her about uh, rescuing Drew, carrying and Andy Griffin as an egg, and then raising him and leaving him with uh, 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 Peter Pan or whatever the hell his name was uh, to grow up on the ship while we were
Aladdin.
stuck in Aladdin while
Peter Pan.
we
Very
were
close.
whatever while we were stuck in uh, the wandering oasis.
We would have accepted Rufio as well. Rufio, Rufio,
Rufio.
Rufio.
Rufio. We're
I was sad that I
nerds.
was muted for that part because I did it along with you guys.
She, um, she's polite, but she doesn't seem like she was impressed by that story too terribly much. Um, and begins to fan herself again as her eyes kind of look back to the horizon like she's bored and has lost interest in this again.
Have Renan tell the story of her fishman night with the fishman. Give her a
Nice.
different kind of story.
Uh, Anna does seem intensely interested in that particular tale, um, asking for specific sections of it to be repeated.
Eh. Oni feels very uncomfortable about her younger sister's sex life. She does not want to hear about any of this.
La 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 la.
At one point, Anna asks her to pause and whispers a question in Renan's ear, and Renan thinks about it for a minute and says, "Oh no, yeah, he could have held his breath for 20, 30 minutes probably." God knows what that was about.
Playing the trumpet,
Oh, probably.
circular breathing.
Mhm. Um, After a while, Anna says that there's still a good ways to travel before we reach the island, um, and asks if one of the new arrivals, if one among you is learned enough to help her transcribe some stuff for her journal. She's been trying to recount all of her recent adventures for what is sure to be a riveting chronicle of her entire life, but she has a hard time doing all of that on the boat and wonders if any of you have ever had work as a scribe or are willing to try helping her out in that way.
I I'm good at some things, and Draco's good at some things.
Yeah, I
Can
mean,
I like look around the boat while they're doing this writing? Because this has nothing to do with me. I would be more than happy to help her write, but she probably doesn't want my chicken scratches.
I tell her, yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it a hand
Yeah, I
as I give it a
I think
wink.
between Draco and I, we could probably help out. I was trying to think of a non-meta way to say, is it a history check or an arcana check?
Um, she says that there's no reason that you both can't help her transcribe her beautiful words into written beauty, and perhaps she will compare the two of them together and select a winner. Think of it as a competition for her attention and perhaps even her affection. She says as she again demurely hides the lower half of her face behind her fan. Um, I'm gonna link something in Discord. This is the incredibly lengthy journal entry that she wants you each to transcribe.
And
Oh, I
what
can't
language
do
is she wanting it in?
it.
If
Common
she
would be
wants,
ideal, but
I'm willing to do it in Minotaur.
Huh.
In Discord.
uh, who, if you guys want to take turns, if not, I would like at least one of you to recite that for me as she's reading it to you and you're transcribing it in your most careful handwriting. This is a bit of her journal, a cross section of her life that she thinks is interesting enough to commit to permanent paper.
We could go
Zach, do you want to
paragraph
do the
by
honors?
paragraph, or Zach can read while Amon transcribes.
All right. Um, the morning began before sunrise, as it often does when business is best conducted in the quiet hours. I woke in Beiju through by though by midday I belonged to no city at all, only to the trade. There's a particular stillness those early moments when the world has not yet begun its bargain. I find clarity there. My first meeting was with a cutter named Elias, whose hands are steadier than most men's promises. He presented 3 stones, each wrapped in thin paper, each carrying the weight of expectations. The first was flawed, beautiful at a glance, but with a cloud near its heart that no clever setting could fully disguise. The second was smaller than I'd hoped, so clean. The third, the third, the third held the kind of quiet fire that doesn't announce itself, but lingers once seen. I bought that one without negotiating too hard. Some things are worth respecting. By
By
late
late
evening,
morning, I was in transit again. Seaports have become a kind of second office for me. Immersive, efficient, indifferent. I reviewed notes, watching the dock workers, sketching potential buyers in the margins of my ledger. A collector in Camino might appreciate the stone's restraint, or perhaps the private buyer in Zubai. I can't actually read this because my eyes are awful.
Oh no.
Um, it's okay. Uh, the
Zoom,
one
zoom.
who the I tried and it doesn't let you zoom in Discord. A collector in Camino appreciated the stone's restraint, or perhaps the buyer in Zubai, the one who prefers brilliance that whispers rather than shouts. In the afternoon, I met with a dealer who smiles quickly. Too quickly. He brought colored stones, yellows mostly, with one pink that he insisted was rare. It was rare, yes, but not for the reasons he hoped. I let him talk. People reveal more in their enthusiasm than in their caution. I declined politely. He will return with better offerings next time. They always do. Next.
You guys are amazing. Well, now I don't know what voice to do.
There are moments in between the negotiations and the movement when I watch my reflection in glass. Elegant dress, measured expression, eyes that have learned to calculate without appearing to. I will sometimes wonder when I became this version of myself, but then again, this life did not happen to me. I chose it. One decision at a time.
Is that you pretending to be me reading it?
No. I just do a lot of different voices when I read to Mathis.
That was amazing. Evening found me in a hotel room overlooking a city that glittered almost as brightly as the stones in my case. There is irony in that, the world striving to mimic what it pulls from the earth. I poured a drink and laid the diamond from this morning on the table. Under the lamp it revealed more of itself, a quiet symmetry, a patience. Tomorrow I travel again. There is always another meeting, another stone, another story, hidden in something that looks, to most, like nothing more than light.
Well read. You carefully transcribe these notes. She asks you to read them back once you're done, which you've just eloquently done. She seems pleased with this and tells you that she immensely appreciates it, and she holds out a silver piece for you as like a tip. Again, not intending to be rude, but she's just used to paying the help, and tells you that
no, that's rude as
perhaps
some.
after we have our evening supper, you'd be interested in helping me transcribe additional pages of my journal. It's truly a riveting tale, is it not?
I need to
Her eyes
practice my
are
meditation
expectantly staring
skills.
at you like it's very exciting, isn't it?
I mean, she could
Uh,
just give us our freedom and let us be on our way. We'd like that more than a tip.
She says that she's just a passenger on this vessel. She is no more in control of your freedom than she is her own.
Well, then we'd like to speak with whoever's in charge, please.
The captain of the ship is in charge.
Does he need help riveting?
Oh, oh dear, you are so mighty, and yet I'm afraid so dim. But I imagine you could rivet, yes. She points to the rear half of the ship.
Guys, can I interrupt because
Yeah,
Mathis has
please.
something really exciting to tell you guys?
All right, let's hear it.
Yesterday, Logan gave me a bin of Lego pieces, and it had an old Dilophosaurus head, an old Dilophosaurus arms, old Dilophosaurus legs, but the body was missing. And today I found it while
Amazing.
searching through the my big Lego bin with my mom, and she came up with the idea. And she was the one who found the thing that had it in, but I found it in the bin.
Awesome.
So are you going to make a whole Dilophosaurus now, or are you going to kit bash it and put the Dilophosaurus frill on one of your mechs?
You can't do that.
Oh, I think you can do anything you want to do. I believe in you.
No, old Dilophosaurus his heads only have jaws that can move.
It doesn't have the frill?
No, it
The
has
collar?
the
Oh.
back. It has the neck frills, which aren't real. It also has the top frills, which are real, and it also sh- doesn't shoot venom, but it doesn't shoot. But it actually doesn't shoot venom in real life.
Mm,
It was combined with in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. It was combined with a type of lizard that venom. That spits venom and has neck frills.
I see.
That's pretty cool. Your dad put a picture of it in Discord so we can see it. It looks awesome.
Hey, what does the heart, the green, what is the red heart, the green heart, the dinosaur, the T Rex, and the Brachiosaurus mean? Also, Brontosaurus is fake. Brontosaurus is a fake dinosaur, and is an and it's actually an Atoposaurus.
Let's get this party started.
And
Well,
the
unless he's below, then he's a bottomosaurus, right?
it's in a top Apatosaurus actually.
Is
Not
he
a
related
bronto.
to a hip hop anonymous?
Probably not. Did you know some people are scared of long words?
What is that called?
Hey Google, what is the fear of long words? Hey Google, what is the fear of long words? Hippo
What?
hippo monstrosophobia.
That was terrifying. That was scary. Say it one more time.
Just ask my dad.
It is a remarkably long word, and I think it was intentionally made so to help people diagnosing whether or not they were scared
Bye.
of the word. Okay,
Bye.
bye. Nice talking with you, Mathis.
Sorry, he has been fixated on that um, dinosaur all day and the fear of long words thing. He thinks it's hilarious that there's a word that means that.
And that it is quite long.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
sorry. We were. I was offering to rivet on the ship because she was boring me to tears, and or Hoppy was offering to rivet on the ship or help with the ship in some way. Or I can like wander around and look around.
Yes, the inscription is done. Anna has told you that she's also just a passenger on this vessel, like you are. Whilst you did go out of your way to help and entertain her, she also might just be being punished by the Jinn, and you were being very polite and very helpful, but apparently not in a way that benefited your potential trial or the outcome that the Murid is going to weigh in on. Um, she points aft to the man behind the large ship's wheel as being the captain, and Happy, as you lead the way, sort of not pushing people out of your way, but you are such an imposing figure that the crew members sort of part like a sea for you as you walk backwards towards the captain at the aft section of the ship. As you do, though, um, there's something that catches your eye off the port side of the ship, and I would love for you to make a perception roll.
I would love to do a perception roll too, but I don't know what to roll. Uh,
A 20
Perception.
sided die and add perception to it. I know it's been a while.
Uh, and I believe I have. Uh, double check. One sec. I got a 13. Sorry, I was seeing if I had a. Um, see if I had a reason to have advantage, and I just had a check. So, oh,
Okay. You, as you make your way aft, you notice there's
how?
something in the water that's racing alongside the ship. You can't see the object itself, but you can see the wake that it's creating behind the ship, these sort of triangular departures of cavitation behind it. And there's a bulge of white cap rippling water ahead of it. Something that is almost twice the mass of the ship is racing alongside of it and is beginning to overtake it in speed, and you can feel the ship begin to turn, like listing slightly to the right, shifting, 30-ish degrees on a centralized axis, like the water around the ship is warping.
Can we feed the chick to it?
I mean, it's a game of the imagination. If you want to imagine murdering her, that's up to you.
She's kind of a dick.
Uh, in short order, the the blob, the distortion that Hoppy can see but not identify, and has not shared with anybody,
Oh, I should
continues
probably share that with everyone.
to race ahead of the ship, and there
I
is
was
a
going to actually ask the captain if he knew what that was.
getting back to the captain. As this disturbance is moving ahead, he's trying to turn the wheel to sort of like get out of that skid, but the ship continues to just rotate. Now it's almost making a hard 90-degree right turn, and you can see that there's like a well, a giant, quarter-mile divot being formed in the water. A giant vortex is beginning to form, and you are like sort of on the outer edge of that effects event horizon, but you can feel it already starting to turn the ship and draw it towards its center. Around the edges, the periphery of this circling water effect, you can see now emerging from the water rigid, bony scales, thick, coiled tentacles, and protrusions of spikes or teeth. At this range, you can't be certain. Um, by the time you get back to the captain, most of the people on the ship can now see what's happening, and he has nothing but fear in his eyes and tells you to hold on. And as that happens, massive tentacles just suddenly erupt hundreds of feet out of the water and begin to grasp the ship, smashing wooden timber as it does.
It's a kraken!
Somebody released the Kraken.
It's rather a large map, but I'll give each of you one round of prep time because I sort of rushed that narration. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. Actually, give me 1 second. Sorry, I didn't clear. Oh, no, I did. Roll initiative for me. You'll each take one turn, and then we'll begin. Oh, I didn't do it. Sorry. You'll have to roll. I can add them. Hang on. I I can fix this. It happened in the other game that I DM too, where like the sheet looks empty until I ask for rolls, and then it shows me the old rolls and the new rolls, which is significantly less helpful.
Hmm.
Why is it showing that you guys got ones? Marco, how did you end up with?
I rolled two things.
Oh, okay.
So one of mine was a 1 and one was a 19. But if you want to put me back at 15, that's fine with me.
No, it's fine.
Doesn't affect it largely.
Okay, if we have one turn to do something, can Renan put herself up in a... Shit, what are they called?
Like a crow's nest?
Yeah, crow's nest.
Sure.
Okay, she's
Toss
going to...
me!
Where would one be?
So just next to Anna here, there's a central mast that would have a crow's nest on top of it. There's also one at the very front of the ship, the bow.
Ooh, here.
Correct.
That's the one that she's going to climb up.
The closest one is 60 feet elevated. The farther one is 80 feet elevated.
Which
I
one
don't know if
is
that makes a difference to you.
Which one is closest to her because she was here?
Backwards towards the aft of the ship, I guess. It looks like it's one square closer.
Okay, so she's going to double move as far as she can, which puts her, what, like halfway up? Wait. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Doesn't she have a... Is that the old rules where
Her
she gets an
speed
extra
is
move?
30.
She can bonus for additional.
Can she
it's
get to
called.
the top?
If you make me an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay.
There is rigging to climb, so I'm okay with it being a little bit more acrobatic flourish, Arrow Flynn style, or maybe she's going to cut a line and ride it up. Oh yeah, no problem. She's secured at the top of the crow's nest, which is not... There's not a lot of space to move, but you are now 80 feet off the deck.
She doesn't need to move. She wants to be exactly where she is.
Okay. Hoppy, do you have any pre-actions?
I'm going to...
Oni's going to position herself there.
Yeah, I'm going to position myself on the edge. And wait, which way was it listing? Is it which side's lower?
The Oni side of the boat is... It's like turning to the north.
Okay, so I want to be on the high side of the boat.
It looks like Amon's into a good position. Draco, anything you want to do, position or preparation wise?
I'm basically going to start calling lightning. You're going to start pulling the power in for that.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to be right here, as close to this little guy here as I can. Yeah. So I got something to hold on to if things start swaying a bit. That's what I'm calling lightning. There you go.
Well, that's actually rather perfect. After everybody's taken their preparation round, the monstrous maw of the giant sea creature emerges from the vortex. Monstrous and terrible, and somehow looking slightly malformed or,
It's adorable.
crooked, twisted, and broken. The writhing tentacles attached to it, you can see that it has a mouth that's almost 30 feet from top to bottom, lined with rigid, serrated teeth, each longer than a sword.
Please tell me I can jump on its back.
I
Jump
mean,
in his
it
mouth.
is all back, so yeah. Hoppy, it is your turn to start. Round 1. Wait.
That's pretty intense. I think we lost him.
If Hoppy is speaking, I don't hear him.
He says his computer froze. He'll jump back in.
Okay, we'll skip him for now and have Renan take her turn.
I say he'll jump on the back. That's what I said.
Oh, he's going to jump on its back. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's piloting Renan?
I am. Are you ready?
I'm set.
I am standing in
Go.
place so that I get advantage.
Steady aim.
And I think I have to. You can correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to shoot. Obviously, I think this is too far away for me to shoot without losing my advantage. Is that correct? From a distance perspective, I don't know the ranged rules between the Black Sands Edge and the regular short bow. So how
So-
far?
The dagger, the Black Sands Edge, has a range of 30 to 60. That means it can throw up to 30 feet at no penalty and up to 60 feet at disadvantage. The short bow, I want to say, is 120 and 300, which is the same thing. It'll fire up to 120, or maybe it's 100, 300. You'd have to look at the range increment, but that first interval is the range at which it can hit a target at no penalty. And the second is like its maximum range, anything between the first and the second numbers, but that is at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. So it would be a regular roll. And because of her height up in the crow's nest, could she attack this tentacle without penalty?
Sure.
With the Black Sands Edge?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just needed some help navigating that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I don't want to get into Pythagoras's domain and turn this into a math lesson, so I tend to just kind of rule height from the hip.
Okay.
If it seems viable, we're going to just do it rather than try to calculate the actual a squared, b squared.
That's why I was asking. I wasn't sure what would be approved. She does 29 damage. And she's not moving. She's going to stay where she is.
Okay. The dagger lands buried deep into its hilt in the rubbery tentacle. It spurts a little bit of black Icarus blood, and then she, dematerializes it as it turns to sand and reappears in her hand.
Yep.
Now it's my turn. Having had Hoppy jump on its back, it's going to make a bite attack on Hoppy. I think 20 may actually miss. I don't know. His character sheet says 16, but I feel like that's not right.
That's not right. Hold on a sec. That's definitely not my armor class. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's definitely not my armor class. So the only thing that I did was took off my animated shield was off for some reason.
I see.
18 and my dread helm. I thought it was closer to 20, but I guess it might just be anyway. That's fine. And I assume I raged last turn.
That's fair.
On my turn, 'cause
19
that's
piercing
what I would've done.
becomes 9 then. 9 points of
10.
piercing to you. And
Okay.
then I'm going to make some tentacle attacks. Oni, you're going to get hit by the first tentacle.
You could try.
Ooh, I'm going to get critically hit now.
Ooh.
23, I think it's. I don't have advantage on that one.
Yeah, my armor class is 20.
It should be at disadvantage, shouldn't it? Because I attacked it.
I'm going to treat the tentacles as separate creatures, so I think that one's 60 feet away from you. It has to be within a certain range, right?
Does that also mean I can't do a reaction?
The tentacle is too far away, that's correct. Oni, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled as it thumps you into the deck and then sort of just coils around you.
It's going to regret that move.
It's kind of got you like around the waist and under the armpits. And it starts to lift you off the deck. Draco the Tentacle to the south of the boat attempts the same thing with you.
Rude.
19.
Very rude.
Damn, its tentacles are pretty grippy.
16 points of bludgeoning damage to Draco, and you are similarly grappled.
Rude.
That is it for my turn. Oni, it's your turn.
Okay. Amon, do you know anything about Kraken? Like, if I cut off a tentacle, will 2 more grow back in its place?
I'd have to do an analysis of the creature on my turn.
Alright, then, because I don't know if I sever the tentacle, if new ones will spawn. I'd like to not have to fight more. Can I state an intention to not sever it completely if I manage to get some good hits in?
I'm sorry, run that by me one more time.
I am worried because I don't know if I sever this tentacle that it might come back as 2. So can I state an intention if I end up taking all of my attacks and have good attacks that I do not want to sever it completely, that I just want to cut myself free from it?
Sure.
Okay. These could all be critical misses, but if I don't state my intention up front to not sever it, then you'll say, oh, you severed it, and here's 2 new tentacles. So.
I would never do that.
You would, so I'm trying to be clear with my statements. Alright. There's number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Hey!
And they all miss.
What?
I see 3 hits.
Ooh, 25 doesn't hit?
Sorry, all of them are hits.
Oh, I was gonna say. And I got 10 on my crit.
You know, now because of that, you have to do the math. Because I have to open up the sheet and figure out what your crit thing is.
It's 35 plus 17.
And that is how much?
35 plus 17. Just subtract 35 and then subtract 17.
Oh, we're gonna do some Common Core? Alright, 10 says... Ooh, you like that one.
Math is for blockers.
You know how to press the advantage. You gain advantage on all of your attacks against this target until the end of your next turn.
Oh, does that only count for this one tentacle?
No. You're gonna hate this. They're separate but equal.
Perfect. I accept. Because I do really well with advantage.
Okay. The tentacle remains intact, although you have done significant damage to it.
Did I
It has
cut
not
myself
released
free?
you.
Nope. Okay.
Nope. As always, you can attack freely against a grappling opponent. However, the only way to get free of it usually is to have someone force move you to take the escape action and beat the DC with your athletics check, or to figure out some other way to kill it.
I haven't taken a move action. Could I try to, like, athletics myself out of it?
Unfortunately, no. The grappling condition means you are restrained, which means your movement speed is 0.
Got it.
So you can take the move action, you just can only move 0 squares in one of those, like, technically correct kind of answers.
Okay.
It is a monster. I know how much we like technically correct.
Alrighty. Mike is going to start out with a less effective attack on the tentacle closest to Oni.
Is it talking John?
Yeah, you can talk to John.
What's up, bud?
Hang on, let me take my headphone out real quick.
Hi, Zeke. I wish I got to float today.
Sweet John. Shoot. Like that. Scratch in him. I get back scratch. Grass. I get back scratch. It's a John.
Back scratch. Yep.
Oh, you back scratches. Nice. Are you
Nice.
giving Dad back scratches, or is he giving you back scratches?
Very aggressive scratch.
Oh no.
Special just for you.
Whoopee. I like Whoopee. I like Whoopee. Me too.
I did Moonbeam. Oh, you
Moonbeam.
saved it.
I unfortunately rolled a 29 to save.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
Moonbeam.
For my bonus action, I'll do Hunter's Mark. Fantastic.
Okay.
John.
Yes, sir.
Then last. John. Last.
Yes, John, 2 less.
And how's
Do
you?
2 less.
2 less.
I give back scratch.
Okay, we're gonna mute now.
Right. Keep giving good back scratches, though. Dad loves that. Draco, it's your turn.
Yeah. Though I'm still being held on by a freaking tentacle, which isn't that cool of a tenta, I'm going to go ahead and still call lightning down on the mofo.
This is going to be very exciting for me.
See, I'm not grounded though, so I should be good, right?
I feel like you're grounded for life.
Eh.
You call down lightning, and are you striking the tentacle that's holding you, or the core
No.
creature that Hoppy's grappling?
Core creature.
Sure. The bolt of lightning arcs out of the thundercloud you've conjured in the sky above, and as it arcs down towards this massive kraken, it forks, splitting left and right just before impacting the top of its head, hitting the water around him, and dispersing harmlessly into the waves. As it does that, each of the tentacles begins to coil electricity around them, making a sizzling sound.
Nice.
Not nice. Not nice.
On initiative 0, that electricity discharges. Every person actively grappled takes 16 points of lightning damage.
Boo.
Here's the other part of my plan, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Fire dude grabs a hold of me, and we teleport.
Nice. Oh, so before 0, so you don't want to take that damage. That seems fair.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Oni.
Just only.
Zell says, you could just hear the "you've fallen into my trap" in the GM's voice. Classic Tribird.
It was so funny because Amon was like, I'll give you details about the creature on my turn. And I was
Yep.
like, oh, I'm not going to get
And
to
then he
gotcha him.
didn't.
And then I got to gotcha him.
I noticed
I
that.
said I would have to, and then I was like, why help out everyone else when I can,
I still
waste
don't
my
know.
turn.
I still don't know if I can cut the tentacle.
Hoppy, it is your turn at the start of round number 2. You have successfully jumped on its back. You are raging.
All right. I am going to stab a bitch. Using the lowest we've hit on is a 25.
In a way that's not helpful to you at all, but I think that's true.
Okay, excellent.
Wait, quick question
Hey!
before he does that. Did he take any damage though? My
No
20
damage whatsoever. As though he were immune to lightning.
That jerk. Okay.
Sorry, that should have been Great Weapons Mastery as well. I'm okay if you want to skip that, but I'm guessing a 13 doesn't hit.
Yep, we definitely found a good spread there in that 33 hits and 14 misses.
13 misses.
Sure. Oh, 81 is going to be a good one. Uh, oh no.
Did I knock it out?
Your strike surprises your opponent. The target is surprised until the end of their next turn. I told you guys before that I think that's honestly the worst one.
Surprise!
Copy. Yeah, you hit it with such debilitating force as you jump down, sort of like blotting out the sun for a minute as you catapult off the deck of the ship and come crashing down on its head. Your glaive penetrates so deeply into its brain it just starts to twitch for a few seconds, and is caught off guard by your attack.
Does it drop me
So
if it's surprised?
surprise just says that I can't take actions on my turn, and attacks made against me have disadvantage until the surprise attacks against me have advantage until the surprise condition ends. I do believe it gets to maintain grapples, but on its turn it's just going to twitch a little bit. So Renan, it's your turn. Because I'm assuming you're going to stay on its back, Hoppy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is where I belong.
Renan in the crow's nest.
Okay. So she can't help Oni get out. I think she's probably just gonna shoot again.
She could with like her dimension door ability, but that's probably not a good use of her turn.
No, I don't want to do that. All right. $19 doesn't hit.
Ooh, I have to actually look. It does. That does hit.
Nice. 31 damage.
Oh, that doesn't hit though.
No.
The creature is now bloodied, meaning to say it is below half of its maximum HP. On its turn, it twitches with the warglaive in its brain as Hoppy wrenches it back and forth. Its tentacles sort of convulse violently. It's roaring whilst drooling. It remains surprised. It takes no actions on its turn. At the end of its turn, the surprise condition ends. Oni, it's your turn.
Okay. Here we go. And I get advantage on all of my attacks. So here's number 1. Here's number 2.
I'm going to ask you to stop there.
Yep.
In the rules that I have made up for this, you have done enough damage, which is to say 20% or more of the creature's maximum HP to the tentacle. If you want to have severed the tentacle at this point, that is, you have done enough damage to achieve that goal.
Let's
You
YOLO.
only said that you were
I
concerned that
know.
it was going to like Hydra
And it
on
might,
you, but
I don't know. So let's YOLO and just sever it so that I can be free.
okay. You slash through it with your golden blade, and it just kind of flops down on the deck, going limp as all of the muscular tension leaves the severed half of the tentacle. You are free, and it just kind of heavy side starts to just slip back over the edge of the deck railing, taking out chunks with it of the boat as it goes, but eventually it just kind of sloops like limp spaghetti back into the ocean. The severed tentacle is writhing around in the ocean, spurting arterial blood all over the place. No regrowth, no Hydra sort of side effect seems to be present.
Okay. And that was the first 2 hits.
That was the first 2 hits, yes.
All right. Since I haven't moved and my move is 40, I'm going to come over here and put the next hits on this guy.
Can you move that far? Jeez.
I can move 40. I use the measurement tape and everything.
Okay, wow, alright.
Roll back the video. Hey!
What are these crits?
This is why you don't give me advantage on every roll. It's not a good idea for you.
I didn't want to.
Well, and here we are.
77.
Is that the same?
No,
And he doesn't get to do anything another turn.
Also interesting. So, I'm going to tell you what it says. Oni, if you want to pitch me on something else, you can.
Okay.
It says your attacks knock the target over. The target is knocked prone. In the turn order and where it is, that's maybe a disadvantage because you have 2 people who are going to make ranged attacks, which they will make at disadvantage if the target is proned. And you already have advantage on the attacks this turn, and Hoppy's raging with Reckless, so he'll also have advantage. So I'm not like... I would hate for your crit to feel like it's like a nothing burger, or at worst, a penalty for the rest of your team. So if you want to pitch me on something else, that's fine. Otherwise, he will be knocked prone, and then Amon and Draco are making range attacks at disadvantage, and then Renan a range attack at disadvantage, but Hoppy doesn't have to be reckless if he wants advantage because the target will be prone. It's up to you.
I don't think I want to knock it prone. Can I do something to influence it? Like maybe I hit it so hard that it tries to protect itself with some of its tentacles and moves the tentacles that are toward the middle of the boat closer to our team to the body so that Amon and Draco and Renan aren't at risk. Like if it were to block its face with the farthest away tentacles, could I do that? Or maybe shake one loose that's holding onto the ship.
I don't hate the pitch. My question is, like, how long would you want me to have those tentacles in the defensive position? Because, like, its go-to strategy is to grapple people off the boat.
Yeah. Just until its next turn, because it can't take any actions this turn with surprise, right?
But that's already happened. On Initiative 9, it will take its turn.
Oh.
Which is next turn. Like, it'll be Amon, then Draco, then Hoppy starts round 3, then Renan, and then finally the Kraken gets to take its second attack on round 3.
How about I knock it into the bottom of the turn order?
That means it'll happen sooner.
No, the bottom of next turn. Instead of being at Initiative 9. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't want to knock it prone, because I don't want to mess up everybody's attacks. But the only thing that I could think of is to get the other tentacle, because the tentacle that grappled me was holding onto the ship. And I think this other one that attacked Draco was also holding onto the ship.
Yeah, it is crushing the ship. My only concern is that it has like a lair action that it takes on Initiative 0, so I just don't want it to like wombo combo and that it gets to basically go twice in a row. But I don't want to keep disqualifying your ideas, so if you want to move him to the bottom of the initiative order, I don't hate that. Just know that I'm going to be taking essentially like 2 turns.
No, I don't want to do that. I meant the bottom of the next turn order, not this.
Sure, I'm just saying no matter how you slice it, I'm always taking an action on 0. If you make his initiative 1, I'm going to be going on 1 and then on 0.
Yeah.
Which
can I just roll an extra damage die?
Sure.
I don't like any of the options here.
The things yeah, that's fine. You can also just take an inspiration token if you'd rather.
Oh,
that's always on the table.
I will do that because I don't think I have one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like lawyer that.
No.
And talk you out of some ideas. I just didn't want the next 3 attacks to be at disadvantage, which doesn't seem like it should be the result of a critical hit. All right. After much deliberating.
12 more damage. I had 1 more attack left.
I'm sorry. Now it's a monster.
Yep.
Do you guys want to know the lowdown, or should we just...
I mean, we're killing it now.
I don't know.
Does anyone else?
We probably need to know its on-death thing. Also, I'd like to know what parts of it are edible.
Hi, John.
Hi, Zeke.
Hi, Zeke.
I'll use my my magic not magic 8 ball. Magic divining powers given to me by the desert spirit.
This is, for all intents and purposes, a storm leviathan or a malformed kraken, depending on who you ask. It has control over the storms of the sea, which make it immune to lightning and has the ability to generate lightning damage, channel it to shock the people that it has grasped, as you've seen. Completely immune to lightning. It is also immune to the frightened or paralyzed conditions. It has resistance to poison damage. It has an exceptionally high constitution saving throw and strength saving throw. And its preferred tactic is to use its tentacles to grip and destroy vessels using its siege monster trait. And it has a unique ability to, like, as a on-hit rider, grapple people with its tentacles, and if they remain grappled a second turn, will utilize an ability called Fling, which we haven't gotten to
Cool.
yet, but I think you can guess what that does.
Got an idea.
All right.
And what parts of it are edible?
I think for a brave and enterprising soul, all parts of it are edible.
Well,
One-
I'm getting
one
some
quick
calamari
question.
rings out of this, so
I haven't thought to bring this up before, but in having my Mike Hawk out, I've seen people able to use similar animals. I'm not sure what the relationship is with the animal in other games to give them advantage on certain turns instead of taking a turn. Is that a thing with this class in this type of thing, or is that a different thing that I'm?
No, it can be. So a popular pet mechanic is using the help action. You can
Mhm.
use the pet's turn to provide the help action, which is like, pinching the monster's bum or growling at it to distract it, however you want to visualize that.
Right, to give you
it-
advantage on.
Yeah, the very next attack you make, or I guess what I should say is the next attack that is made at advantage. It doesn't have to be yours.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
The only like thing I would caution you about is that at our current level and as you increase in levels, you're sacrificing what could potentially be more damage for advantage on an attack, and it's not advantage on all attacks. It's just the next singular
The
attack.
next attack. Yeah.
So it's really, really powerful at low levels when you're only making one attack, but if you're going to make two already anyway, you're likely going to hit with at least one of them. Plus, you can
Right.
then hit with my cock rather than tease someone with my cock. But it's up to you. It is potentially potent, especially if you have a situation where you need to hit or you have someone
Right.
who can do additional damage on a hit with.
Okay. Cool. Because I already took my turn, Mike is just gonna attack.
19 hits.
19. Good
A
job,
good hit,
Mike.
Draco, round 2. Or sorry, you are at initiative 2. We are just about to close out the round. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm kind of pissed a little bit because, I got zapped with my own, or almost got zapped with my own little toy of lightning.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're
Maybe it's
gonna
that you didn't hit him with
scorch-
enough lightning.
That's probably what it is. So I'm going to Scorching Ray this guy. 1, 2, 3. Any of those hits?
Are you casting it at a higher level? Because you rolled 4 times.
Oh, the one didn't. Okay, you forget the bottom one. No, it was one of those things where it didn't go through at first. It felt like.
I see.
It did
Good.
time.
Just making sure.
Yeah, so 29 to ignore.
The 17 misses, the 28 and 26 both hit for 15 fire damage.
Okay, and since that worked, I'm going to use my Chains of Burning Agony.
What kind of maniac gave you that?
Right? For those that don't remember, this is what it does. So I'm going to roll 2d10.
Mm-hmm.
Twelve more damage. But he's got a DC of 17 for a Constitution saving throw.
It does not have advantage, but I did roll a 24 twice, so that's like.
I
think I take another turn, right? If I roll doubles.
Yeah. I think that's an Oni roll only.
Sounds right.
Okay. And then Slave Seed.
Nice, a hit for 7 more fire damage. Its, mouth, face, and upper chest area are now speckled with burned pock marks.
Now who's malformed more so?
Now you're super ugly, Spud. Alright, on initiative 0, the tentacles that grasp the sip constrict. It just, sends 60 or more feet out of it, now completely wrapping the midsection of the forecastle and the bow section of the boat in its tight tentacle grasps, constricting it. You can hear the timbers begin to shear and crack. The boat also lists heavily to the the north side of the map, sort of, inverting, so that the deck is now like a 45-degree inverted plane. I need everybody on deck to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm pretty dexterous.
Those that are secured in a crow's nest do not have to make this.
This is why the best place to be is on the monster's back.
This Kraken isn't the djinn that we're supposed to be getting favor with, is it?
Oh yeah, that would be super tricky. Who would do that?
Rinna doesn't need to. She's in the crow's nest.
All right. Several members of the crew, the NPC crew, go overboard, splish splash, taking a bath. Anna, the wealthy diamond merchant, also goes over the edge, calling out for help as she splashes into the water. Unfortunately, so does Draco. Oh, sorry, not Fire Guy. Draco. Right
Saber Draco
into the drink.
Oh, actually, let me see if the fire guy does too. That fire guy, he seems to be good.
Okay. Also, at the end of this turn, the Kraken roars with this terrifying howl of bestial vigor, and the stump that you severed, Oni, turns into 4 new just kidding. It calluses over hard and stops arterial bleeding, and you can see some of the pock marks on the face from where the scorching ray hit him. Just really now like mild welts instead of giant, scarred, burnt tissue. He is healing.
That would serve me.
Oh, actually, I get another question real quick.
Sure.
This moonbeam that we still got on here.
Oh,
Did he take any damage from any of that?
He didn't last turn because he saved, but I did not save this turn. It's start my turn or end my turn. I can never remember. I think it's start my turn. My con save is 21.
Oh, he is pretty talented, didn't he?
It's a giant Kraken. Yeah, he's not gonna...
Do you want me to pull up the spell?
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh.
I thought you linked it, but you did not. So I'm gonna just pull up the compendium entry. It just sucks that they don't all consistently work the same way.
Yeah.
Right.
The creature takes half as much damage. Creature also has to... Or ends its turn there. So when it was first cast, or whenever I end my turn there, I make a con save. Did you roll damage for it somewhere, or do you want to roll damage for it this time? Because I'm going to take half of that.
I can roll damage for that. What's the best way to just roll damage?
You can slash roll number of dice. Or there's the actual die tool on the left-hand side of the Roll20 menu.
Is it just one? Sorry, I'm looking at the spell, trying to figure out what the roll.
It's 2d10 radiant damage as long as it was cast at level 2. So you can slash roll 2d10, or you can...
That's how I feel.
That's how the Kraken's feeling, right?
Back scratches.
He says that as he's scratching like my shoulder, like with his raw fingernails.
You love this. That was the end of his turn. Hoppy, you start round 3. What would you like to do?
We're having a meltdown over here, so I'm keeping myself muted.
Is now a good time just to take a quick 5-minute break?
Yeah. Fine with me.
Mark, I'm gonna mark this damage down, but then let's take a quick 5-minute break and we'll be back at 10:38. That way you can
Okay.
try to settle things.
Boom.
horns immediately after you hit a creature with melee attack as part of the attack. You can use your horns as a bonus action, and I don't have any other bonus actions, so
Sweet.
I might as well poke it with my horns. Of course, I would get a critical on that. Doesn't get the bone. It gets 3 from the bonus, so a total of 10 damage.
And a 48 on our table. Oh, it's the disarm one, which I guess with tentacles is not inappropriate. It is
One less harm.
You attempt to disarm your opponent. You're able to take the disarmament action for free after making your attack. I don't think that that's of any real value here because there's not even anybody grappled, but I could say you end the grapple condition of. Would you rather have a heroic inspiration token, or do you want to pitch me on a
Inspiration's
alternative solution? Okay. Renan, it is your turn.
Yeah, it is. Alright, she's gonna shoot at the arm that is specifically like hugging the center of the ship. Ooh, I don't think a 20 is gonna do it.
Uh, 20 does hit, actually.
Hey! Okay, 37 damage. Damn, she's good. Big numbers.
The Kraken is critically low. On my turn, I will attempt to bite Hoppy, since he's in biting range. That misses, right? 14 is way too low.
Does not do it.
Careful, Hoppy bites back.
Apparently
I
so.
do.
I'm going to Tentacle Draco in the water with a critical hit.
Oh no!
Dude.
Is
20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Push that lady in front of you.
Take her! Take her! And then I'm going to attempt to grapple Amon with this tentacle. 30 does hit. Amon takes 15 points of bludgeoning and is also grappled.
I can soak
mom
11
hit.
of that.
Okay, Amon takes 4 damage and is grappled.
Usually when you hit negative 20, it subtracts it. Here, it gave me negative 20 health.
Oh, that's interesting.
Get what I had before. Let's see. Do. Do we remember what I had prior? I think like a 96, wasn't it?
I think I've hit you for... So I didn't hit you for lightning damage. I hit you for the one tentacle slam, which should have been about 10-ish, and then this one just now for the critical hit of 20. So I think you've taken, give or take 30-ish damage for the whole fight.
There you go. Hey, I'm thinking about 75, 76, right around there.
That sounds fair. Oni, it is your turn. The Kraken has made its grapples. It continues to crush the ship. You can see that the fractures along the bulkhead seem catastrophic, that even if you were to kill the creature this instant, once it released, the only thing holding the ship together at this point is likely the pressure from the tentacles. So you're in a bad spot.
Well, I mean, I don't really know what our options are beyond just killing it, so let's give it a go.
We could cut off its tentacles so they stay on the boat and hold it together.
I'm attacking the body in the hopes that that will buy us a little bit of time. Let me know what that crit hit fail is before I
That'll
roll
work
the
for
others.
you. God damn it.
20 damage.
Surprise for
surprising?
Ren.
That'll work for you. God damn it.
It's 80 to 84. It is a 4% chance for that to happen, and it is happening twice.
Surprise,
Yes.
motherfucker!
He is in fact. And if you can do 16 damage in the remainders of your attack.
Let's find out. That seems promising.
Weird.
That
Oh,
does
one more
promising.
point.
Okay, stop. He's dead.
Okay, but I'm gonna do a critical roll that's going to manage to, like, I don't know, stab it. I kill it and stab both of my swords into it, and then create like a lever so that I can up like a pulley handle so that I can hold its body up so that it holds the boat up. Because I'm very strong. I'm a remarkable athlete.
Yes.
I was gonna say you just dice it into sushi as like a finishing move.
It is dead. You have killed it. First, explain to us how you've killed it.
I told you. As I hacked it to pieces, I managed to shove my blades, because it was main hand, offhand, right? So I shoved my blades crisscross into its skull, managed to like figure out, with none of my beast mastery abilities, to basically control its brain and its,
Wow.
I don't know, muscular system by locking it in place, and it died because it got stabbed in the brain twice, but has not yet released its hold on the boat.
Mm-hmm. And in your mind,
How
this
about me?
isn't taking advantage of Hot Girl privilege?
This is 100% not at all how that actually goes. But I do still really think that Oni would probably try to find a way to, like, prop the dead thing up under the boat to hold it up. Like, obviously, it's not going to continue to hug the boat, but
Yes.
maybe the weight will be enough to keep it.
I'd like to narrate its death and what happens, and you can. I'll have you maybe jump in with what you think is a fair, reasonable boon for your critical hit.
Okay.
As the creature has died because you crisscross applesauced its brain,
Uh-huh.
it just goes lifeless and begins to slump, sort of sloughing off the portions of the ship that it was previously tethered and laying on top of. However, the vortex that it created that drew the ship in at its center, that giant spinning vortex of water, continues and now acts like a sink drain and draws the bloated dead corpse down into the depths. It was already, many tens of hundreds of tons of now just dead flesh, but as the vortex is still spinning, it sucks it in, and you find the ship is also similarly sort of inexorably drawn into that vortex. The ship, having been crushed in kind of half, is starting to, move so that the aft and fore sections of the ship are orientating to, like sandwich style that's been cut in half, face that vortex. In very short order, you're all going to be drawn into the vortex.
Well, obviously, we have a Titanic situation. So can I use my critical success to grab Hoppy and, like, toss him a square or two up the boat, and then tell everybody to run to the other end? Because I've seen Titanic. We all have to run over here and then put our weight on it as it gets sucked down into the thing, and then we jump into the water and look for doors that aren't big enough for two people.
Sure, the DiCaprio gambit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my plan.
I'm gonna take myself some calamari from the Kraken's head and then go with Oni.
Okay.
I'm telling everybody else to swim as far away from the vortex as they can, but we can't do anything about the boat, so.
So your plan to evacuate the boat seems sound, at least in a fantasy setting. I don't know if it would apply in the real world.
Because the plan is that it has to break in half, right? So the first half will go down. We got to be on this side.
Yep, that's how all boats capsize.
Exactly.
It's never happened a different way. So,
I'm over here.
moving to the ass end of the boat as quickly as everybody can or wants to. Oni, I'm going to have everybody make an athletics check to represent their ability to sort of swim as far to safe as can be made. The vortex is losing its steam. That the creature that created that churning effect is dead. But it will take a while for its its sort of gravity to dissipate fully. Oni, what I'll allow from you is, because of your critical hit, because this is your plan, you're calling the shots. You will either get advantage on your athletics check to swim to safety, or you can grant, if you succeed, your success in athletics to somebody else's swim check, representative of like you sort of lifeguard swimming them.
Okay.
We should probably rescue the Dits.
Well, Draco can have Fire Guy hop in and grab the two of them because they're right next to each other and teleport them 15 feet away.
Can he take two people?
Yeah.
That's not me saying I know
It's
he
my
can. I wasn't
understanding
sure.
he can take anybody that's within immediate range of him. Up
I
to...
genuinely do not know.
I think
I
he
think it's
can,
Dimension Door that's one person.
Only 15 feet.
he can take him 15 feet, but he can take up to like 4 party members, right? We've
I
used
thought
that
it was
Take
before.
the whole world and shift it 15 feet? Is that going
Have
to cause some
four.
effort?
It's 4, right?
I really don't know.
I'll pull it right on. But I have
Sometimes I ask a
I have
leading
pulled a whole
question as
party
the DM.
before.
Okay. And people assume I'm asking it because I know the answer, and sometimes I genuinely don't know the answer.
No,
and
we've
I
had
ask
him
because I
take
don't know.
quite a few people, as long as they're all standing right next to each other. He just can't teleport places.
Great.
So I need to roll my athletics.
Each willing creature of your choice.
And I need to roll for Renan. Can she do acrobatics to get out of the thing toward us, since she's proficient in that?
Like a
Because she's up in the
high
crow's nest?
swan dive?
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Or like using the rigging to try to get to us faster.
Sure. Done.
Okay.
And Draco, just a reminder that it says willing creature, so make sure that you get that up front.
Consent is important, buddy.
Hey, Draco!
Hey,
Hey,
Draco!
What's up, dude?
Excellent. The boat does get crushed apart. It is devoured in the vortex. You, party members, and our
Where's the captain?
going down with the ship,
Oh, bye, buddy.
as is his right. The ship is being devoured by the vortex. Small bits of wooden debris remain here for you to float on. In less than 10 minutes, the entirety of the ship, as well as the corpse of the Storm Kraken, have been sucked into the depths, and the vortex has now just become like a small eddy current of water at surface only that's just kind of moving you guys in these concentric circles. Each time you complete a rotation, it gets weaker and weaker until eventually you're just left adrift in the ocean. Once everything has really calmed down, you can see a few other survivors, crew members from the ship, swimming to join you on the pieces of floating debris. And one of them points over Oni's shoulder. There is a small patch of land on the horizon. You can see white sandbars and some trees dotting the horizon, which means it's no more than a 6 or a 7 mile swim. If you guys get to pedaling, you might make it to the island.
Since we all have water
Mike,
breathing,
check
we
it
can just
out.
go to the bottom and walk.
To pressure be damned.
Or we could use like mage hand to carry us, like create a boat to float us. If anybody has
Who's
that.
a mate?
Or
Or
just throwing this out there, we have
We ride
a
hockey.
tentacle that was on the boat. Let's just use that as a flotation device.
no, all the tentacles went flop off the boat and into the vortex.
Okay. Well then, I have a big ass shield. Does that help us at all?
It's made of
Probably
steel,
be
so it
heavy.
is a great weight.
Take us straight to the bottom. Yep.
That's okay.
Hoppy's gonna walk. We're gonna swim.
You do eventually find yourselves, after a careful swim, on the Merid Island of Amusement. You arrive in the north here. You find that there is a detachment of Merid Genie waiting for you, as well as washed up remnants of the ship. Let me copy paste characters so you guys have access to your sheets. You are initially greeted by a small Merid Genie who calls himself Nemo, and he welcomes you to the Merid Island of Amusement.
We found him!
We found him. I assume this is your cousin Waldo.
He tells you that there is an audience of Merid watching you from the seas, as well as the spirits of all of their most honored and distinguished ancestors. In order to secure his vote of acquittal for Amon's crimes, you need to entertain him and the Merid tribe.
Are you not entertained?
I'm gonna have the old lady tell her story.
He tells you that attention and attentiveness is a core tenet of the Merid tribe. In order to prove that you respect their traditions, their customs, and understand their way of life, his first test of amusement is for you to answer questions about Anna's life. Are you
Oh
prepared?
boy.
Because you were obviously super attentive when she told you her story.
Something pink
Alright.
diamond.
Yeah, there was a diamond with a star, or with a red.
Hey, don't delete it! Rude. Rude.
Super attentive. I'm sure well-intentioned people screen grabbed that Discord message for no reason whatsoever.
Damn it.
Only since you are the most
You broke Oni.
the first question that Nemo asks you about Anna's life story is, what is her profession?
She is a gem trader.
Wasn't it Tinker?
I'll accept gemstone trader. Specifically, I think she deals in diamonds. But, gemstones, same idea. I like that. Who would like to answer the next question without knowing what that question is?
Without knowing what it is. Ugh.
I will.
When she recounted her journal entry for you, where did she begin the day? In what city?
Beiju. No.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, she woke in Beiju.
Yeah. Hey.
Draco, follow-up question. She met her first client later that morning. What was that client's name? That person was a gem cutter.
The man with the magic hands?
I don't remember the names.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with it.
He had steady hands, steadier than most men's promises.
Yes.
He had 3 stones, and his name was
3-stone handyman.
Charlie.
3 Stone Charlie is not his name. Nemo looks a little dissatisfied with your attentiveness.
That's what he's doing in the background.
a very good guess. 3 Stone Charlie, a very common name in my fantasy setting of Beiju, or of Geb, so solid guess.
He's gonna appear later. Watch.
Anna mentions 2 other port cities known for their gemstones in my world of Geb. Can you name either of the 2 port cities she mentioned?
It was calm something, but not calm.
Comptroller.
Control.
Was it?
I really need to put up a map of this place, like on my actual wall.
Was it Sidis?
It was not.
Okay.
10 more seconds, and then I'm going to consider this a failure.
It was Zeus.
Blackstone.
So, you each have the first half of 2 different names. That's great. Unfortunately, this is not a partial credit question.
Blackreach? I don't remember. Sorry.
The cities mentioned in her journal entry were Kameno and Zubai.
Kameno. Dang it.
We're both very close.
I was like, when you said the name in the story, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that place. Not well enough.
In the story, she mentions which day she will be traveling next. Which day is that? When will she next depart Beiju to another port city?
Not a clue.
Anybody? Or do we call this a loss?
Can we roll for a hint?
No, I'm testing your attentiveness.
3
Okay.
days.
Nope, that is incorrect. So we've got 2 wins, 2 losses.
Tomorrow.
We have a tiebreaker question. It was tomorrow.
Ah, dang it! I was gonna say.
Well,
I was
done.
gonna throw out the sarcastic half answer,
Oh crap! I didn't have my
and
mic
then
down.
Oni beat
I
me
said
to it.
I said the next day. But I didn't have my mic on. Okay, that's my fault.
The story that she told you that you transcribed for her in this, well, probably now lost, beautifully maintained journal of the story of her life. She explains that this life did not happen to her. How does she describe herself arriving at this life in this profession?
She chose it.
Would you like to elaborate?
One decision at a time.
That is exactly verbatim correct.
Yay, I'm
Amon nailed it. Also, well done, Caleb. That was great.
It was a well written line. I liked it.
Zell says, I like that this test is just the GM saying, I created this whole world for you. Do you not appreciate this paradise?
Look at the
Nemo
detail.
pulls out a long scroll that seems perpetually wet, but somehow isn't, and he begins making a small notation in it, treating it like a bookkeeper might a ledger. Doesn't necessarily smile, giving you approval, but you get the sense that you passed that test. Because the instructor is not showering you in praise, you think that success margin was very narrow, but you have achieved success and disapproval. He then encourages you to look around the island. This is specifically designed to be entertaining and blissful for all Merid and denizens of the deep ocean. You will find many trials here within to test your knowledge, your skills, your commitment, and your willingness to amuse the Merid. Remember, of course, that if you successfully entertain them, he will provide the 4th and final vote of acquittal to not hold Amon responsible for wrongfully imprisoning a genie, resulting in him being stuck for 100 years in a lamp. I can either give you guys everything in a sequence, or you're welcome to explore. The map is quite large. If you'd like to just kind of freeform, roam around and explore, that's fine. Or if you feel like there's too many choices and you need to push in a direction, let me know.
I want to go directly into the water first. I want to go as deep into this, like, middle, yeah. See what's down there.
It is excuse me, I choked on spit. It is exceptionally deep, swimming down about 100 feet or so, which is about where like atmospheric pressure starts to become a burden. It starts pressing on your inner ear. You can feel, pressure on your chest. But at the limit of your vision looking down, you can see that there is like a stone column, like a mine shaft, right? Like a giant 60-foot diameter hole in the earth that seems to go down for much farther than you can see. But inset inside of this shaft are like carved alcoves that look like holes, entrances or exits, bored out holes.
Well, we still have water breathing.
We do have water breathing.
The breathing won't be a problem.
The getting squished by the pressure might.
I mean, you can probably go several atmospheres before it becomes, deadly.
Okay. Well, an atmosphere is only, 18 feet? So.
Yeah. I think the freediving record is like 210.
Yeah.
Could we
Something like
also
that.
have Amon summon a water-based creature that could swim down and check it out? Can he see through their eyes?
Or alternatively, you can send a Hoppy.
That's true.
I'll go
I mean, a
down and
Hoppy and a
explore.
hippo.
Done. Just in case, take Moto.
One Hoppy Hippo coming up.
Badoink.
I'm going to put you both over here. Hoppy, I'd like an athletics check from you to swim. Not because I think sinking is hard for you, but more just about like speed and control. You tell me when you want to stop, but at about 150 feet, you now sort of are at what the natural floor of this like bay would be, and you're at the precipice of the bored out, mine shaft or well cylinder, the one that has these inset holes in it. Do you want to proceed any deeper?
I want to look inside the hole, and I have a question. Does the blue light special work underwater?
It does. It is a
I've-
heatless torch, so no bubbles, no puffing.
Okay. I would like to use that while I'm searching.
Okay. The nearest alcove inset in this deep well is about 40 feet from you, about maybe 10 feet down below the lip of this precipice. From here, you don't get a great angle on it, but holding the torch as far over the edge as you're comfortable doing without going any deeper, the alcove that you can see appears to have the silhouette of a humanoid figure in it. It is slight of size and frame, suggesting to you like either emaciated, skeletal, or feminine. Like it's not a big burly man, certainly not by Hoppy standards, with just long, flowing like 6 feet of just languid black hair that's just kind of gently floating in the subtle ocean currents of that channel.
I should probably go over and investigate, see if it's a live person.
I confess I did not see this happening in this order. You have surprised
Sorry.
me yet again. No, you're good. Give me 1 second to prep something.
I mean, I'm eventually going down all the way to the bottom, so if you need me to go to the bottom first, that's okay with me.
Moving. So you said you want to investigate the creature, right? So you have to be much
Creature
closer.
first,
So
yeah.
you're okay. So you slide down into this deep well beneath the floor of this ocean bed. As you get closer to it, you can see that the interior alcove looks like a nest, sort of. It's got knickknacks inset into little hidey holes in the wall. There's a pillow made of sea kelp that's been woven into what looks like a resting place, so someone has made a bed here. You get the sense that it does not belong to the person who's standing in it now, and as you approach, their head, which previously had their jaw like almost touching their chest, slowly, gently raises until you can see light blue glowing eyes in the darkness of the deep water. And as she opens her mouth, a deep sound, sort of sonar like, comes forth from her lips and hurts, but not damages your ears. And a voice in your head says, "Leave now." And it lingers, sort of like vibrating the tympanic membrane.
Okay. I'm gonna continue going down, I think. Can Moto communicate up to the rest of the party what I found?
I
Or
do
I
not
need to
believe
go
they
up?
share a telepathic link.
Okay. then I guess I need to go up and tell them that I found somebody who's cranky, and then I'm gonna I can go back, or we can decide if we're going to go down to there or bypass them. But I'm going to tell them I didn't get to the bottom. I just need to. I want them to know what's going on.
The flame is so informed.
Okay.
What say you?
I'm going back down, and I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. But does the group want to go down and try and communicate with her?
Yeah, I mean, we probably should.
That's what I'm thinking. We don't split the party, so
I was thinking we're just going to do stuff around the island.
do the fun
Yeah.
stuff.
I
Why do we
there's
gotta go
delicious food
on
right up
the
ahead?
native burial grounds over here?
There's like some delicious food right here. And do you not see
You guys
the
want to
gorgeous fish
do the
lady
stuff on
the
right
top?
here?
No,
No,
I mean,
let's-
you're already down there.
Lead the way,
Let's-
Appy.
We gotta
Yeah,
clear all
let's-
the areas.
All right, I'm going to go straight down to the bottom.
Okay. As you dive back down into the depths, when you hit the ocean floor and there's that, the large ring that is the top of that well, now you find that there are 6 of these creatures all sitting in the entrance to the well, and they all look angry or disappointed that you've returned after being asked to leave. They each look identical. They look like, ostensibly young women. Admittedly, their flesh has been bloated by full-time, long-term submersion in the water, but they each have long, flowing black hair that has gathered seaweed and kelp over the years. But it gives them the sort of otherworldly appearance of like flying, despite them just gently floating.
Okay. And I can't just bypass them.
They are like in the body language posture. They are like they stand like guards. Like, can you walk past an armored guard that's guarding a vault? You can try, but they'll probably attack you. You get that kind of a vibe of like they're guarding their front door to their house, and while there isn't a physical door, you expect resistance should you press the issue.
But they're not like, as long as I don't keep going down, they're not blocking.
They don't seem interested in pursuing you, but they're going to stop you from going any deeper.
Darn. Okay. Well, I guess we'll do this later, because or possibly not at all. Let's do something on the top. Time for a snack, everyone. Snacky snack.
It's not like you to want to walk away.
Well, they're all down there, and half of our team is ranged, and ranged doesn't work underwater, and like I can easily stab a bitch, but
Can we
may
try
be
negotiating with them?
good.
Like, what are they doing down here? Just protecting
well-
the space? Let's talk to them.
Let's talk to them. Actually,
I
I'm
love
not
you
sure
guys
we can.
so much.
Can we talk? I was under the impression we couldn't talk underwater. I thought water breathing just allowed us to breathe underwater.
I think that like actual glub communication might be tricky. However, the one that did speak to you was maybe using an extrasensory kind of communication. It's possible that they are able to facilitate something that isn't strictly verbal communication. And I think the D&D rule is anything that has a native swim speed can communicate underwater. But
Okay.
Your water breathing does not confer that benefit.
Okay. Well, in that case, it's time for charades, everybody.
Yeah, let's go talk to them. If they can talk to us somehow, then
see what they got to say.
Let me get a drink of water real quick. Sorry, thank you. As you enter their space again, all 6 open their mouths in a synchronized fashion. There's that echolocation ping and then a reverberating sound that tickles your inner ear. And they warn you again, leave now, turn back.
What's going on down
What you
here?
guys doing?
We've been tasked with exploring this area, and we're
This could be a
curious.
test to see if we listen, too, guys.
We're curious to know if you need any assistance with anything.
They exchange glances, one looking at the others, almost like borderline Spider-Man memeing each other. And then as one voice, no assistance is required. The return of Blamise is imminent.
What is that? And do we want them to return?
We do. Blamise, the great hunter, shall be reborn in this space.
This doesn't quite sound like something that should be happening. Do they know what's happening up above?
Are you asking the party,
I'm
person,
asking the people that are talking.
The 6 women say, we know not, nor are we concerned with. All that matters is the return of the hunter.
So when does he get back?
We brought our own hunter. He's here.
They tell you, soon. Long have we fed him, long have we prayed for him, and now that we've retaken this sacred home, Blamise shall be reborn.
No, that sounds all bad. I'm sorry, we can't let that happen.
Honor to the god of the hunt. Honor to the great shark.
And what gin do you honor?
Is it a whale shark?
They all cackle. They serve no gin, is the echoing response from all 6 of them.
Well, then that definitely is not our people. Get ready to throw down. We're going to stop this from happening.
Yep. I'm gonna introduce him to a bull shark.
Nice.
That's your power key eye?
Hoppy, was that flirting?
Could be. You never know.
Hoppy is very bad at this.
Well, they are like dead
Yeah, totally
ends
fair.
or something.
Totally fair.
It's like, are these sirens? Apparently not.
They do have a siren-esque quality for sure. Once combat seems inevitable, you won't withdraw. Oni seems like she's either drawn her swords or is about to. They tell you that the drowned sisterhood shall claim more for the feast.
Not today, and not from this party.
Then let's
Swords
roll initiative against the drowned sisters.
How will steady aim work in the water? Oh my gosh, Renan got a 1 on her initiative. That's crazy.
And she's still gonna go before me. That's disappointing. Amon, you react first. So, quick reminder, ranged attacks in water are made at disadvantage and have half of their normal range.
All right.
Fire spells do half damage, but are otherwise unaffected by range, and every other bit of magic works normally.
Where is my super suit?
Woman, where is my super suit? I'm the greatest good you're ever gonna get.
I love that.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh, that's funny. We're gonna have to, like... I'm gonna have to reconfigure it slightly for underwater, but the news is bad. It reads, you lose your footing while attacking and fall head first. You fall prone. You must make a Constitution saving throw or take 2d6 and are rendered unconscious for 1 minute.
Yay, floating in water.
So, like as you swim down, you knock your head on some coral, or as Hoppy swam down, he knocked some coral loose, and it's just now finally catching up to you. A bit of stone hits you on your brain as you're trying to fire. In either case, I need a Constitution saving throw from you. Oh no. That is one shy of what we need.
Can I have Moto give me advantage?
Not on a saving throw.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage and are unconscious.
Hooray!
At least you won't drown. Yet.
Yeah.
Can Moto give me mouth to mouth?
Oh.
Does Moto need a action, like a bonus action from you, or does he act autonomously? I don't remember.
I believe he acts on his own. He just acts on his turn. He acts on my turn, but he does it on his own.
Okay. Are you having him attack you?
Yes, actually. Absolutely.
Okay. So you're unconscious. After your turn, Moto goes. He does hit the unconscious body. You take 10 points of damage from Moto's attack, but that does remove the unconscious condition and restore you to take your next turn normally.
Alright. Thanks, buddy.
Hoppy, it is your turn.
I'm going to rage, and I'm going to come over and attack this one. Everything pressed.
Both
52
hits.
damage.
Give me 1 sec. A fine hit. They do have your suspicions are confirmed after your attack. They are undead. Your glaive slashes through rubbery undead flesh, and the white bone behind is brittle and frail, and the blood is thick and congealed. They look like many zombies that you've killed before.
Does a 16 hit?
It does. Oh, it does. Yep. Sorry.
Then I did another 9 damage.
Excellent. And can you see their hit bars? I know you guys like that, but I'm not sure that these are...
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. I did good. I did good prep. Draco, your turn.
Okay. I do a quick little thing to make sure. Okay. Okay, yeah. I am going to, since they are undead and they're gross and stuff like that, and I don't want them anywhere near me, I'm going to entangle them over here. Start with these guys. Hopefully,
it?
there's seaweed or something.
There is indeed.
In this area. Woo! There you go. I mean, they got a DC of 18 to try to not be entangled, otherwise they're stuck.
Nope, I am restrained. Well, they are restrained. I am unrestrained.
There you go. And then on their turn, they can roll again to try to get out of it.
Sweet.
And then... Oh, I don't have my fire
Fire
breathing.
guy?
Where's he at? Yep. I mean, I don't know how well good fire's going to work underwater. But,
About half as good.
maybe do Flame Seed of the one that Hoppy's hidden.
Okay. It misses. We'll pass to Oni's turn.
Yep.
Oniara,
She's gonna
you're up.
attack this one. That's right
Unmarked?
next to her.
Okay. Goodness, all 4 hits.
Yay!
Wow, that's exactly 1 less than what Mark did with his turn. You guys are doing almost exactly the same damage.
Nice.
That's funny.
Easy.
Anything else from Oni? She does have a move action.
No, she's gonna stay here until I don't want to open up a direct spot to Renan, so she's gonna stay where she is.
Okay. Renan's turn.
Renan is going to take aim at that one as well. Is the Black Sands Edge considered a melee weapon or a ranged weapon?
It depends whether she's throwing it or stabbing someone with it. If she stabs someone with it, it's melee, obviously. If she's throwing it, it is a ranged weapon.
She is throwing it, but that person is very close. So she doesn't get advantage, right? Even if she doesn't.
Correct. She has advantage from the thing and disadvantage from the water, so a normal straight up roll.
15
That matches.
for 31 damage.
Critically wounded, but still alive. That zombie's been sanded and stabbed.
Nice.
Anything else from Renan? Or that was her
No,
whole turn, I
Renan's
guess.
gonna
Yep.
stay where she is, yeah.
Now the drowned sisters get to go. Oh boy, that's interesting. I need just a second to consider a thing. The orange drowned sister opens her mouth wide, like almost dislocating her lower jaw to do so, and focuses a cone of reverberating sound at Draco. And as she does so, you can see it sort of create rings of dispersed water as it like sort of waves at him. It bounces off the wall behind him and creates a zone of silence.
Rude.
I noticed that you're putting Hoppy in the zone of silence.
So you're saying like that? She went like that? She went, what?
I think we just need to break her concentration. Is that, you said the lowest one? Is that the one next to me?
No, the orange one.
Oh, the orange one.
Well, that's right down here.
Oh,
Go
the
on.
lowest one on the map. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I guess that's not helpful if you think about it in terms of
I was
health.
thinking in terms of health points. Yeah, sorry.
Cool.
So rude. Just went, blah. These are fun to play with.
The green one starts to make the motions. The somatic components of a spell, but nothing happens. And then the other ones are going to move into position here and here. Oni, you're going to get attacked once. Renan's going to get attacked twice, and Hoppy's going to get attacked once. We'll start with Hoppy. That claw misses. And the hair attempts to coil you. As it does, it slashes at you. It has like thick bits of briny coral stuck in the hair, and as it like lashes around you, it cuts your skin. The hair attack does hit, dealing 13 points of slashing damage, and you are also grappled by Blue Hoppy.
This is the one right in front of me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm grappled?
You are.
Sorry,
Oh,
I was...
Oni, moving to you. A claw into hair. I think the claw misses. I think the hair hits. 14 slashing damage, and you are also grappled. And then purple and yellow will attack Renan.
I can soak some of that.
Maybe soak Renan's.
Does a 15 hit her?
16 is her AC.
Both missed.
Good.
And then both hit. 9 slashing on the claw, which is reduced to nothing. And the hair hits with a 21, dealing 19 points of slashing, and she is grappled.
And Hoppy is soaking 12.
Correct.
So wouldn't she take 17? Or can he only soak one hit?
Right, I think it's from one hit.
I see.
It's not like an absorb shield.
And she's also grappled. Okay.
That is it for me. It is now Amon's turn to start of 2.
Alright. Motomoto's gonna attack the furthest lower right unmarked one.
Moto might be able to kill purple and free Oni to attack.
Well, they're both pretty close.
Okay. Oh, sorry, it's the unmarked one is...
Yeah, that's the one I'm going after.
Homer.
I don't know if 14 will hit though.
14 misses by 1. Their AC is 15.
And I'm gonna swim over here to Hoppy.
Great job, Moto.
It's party time.
And
The
just because I don't
Kopesh hit, and they both hit, yep. That one's dead.
Nice. That's it for me. Sorry, Hoppy.
Hoppy, it's your turn.
I will mouth kill ceiling fucktard. Since he can't hear me, I guess I'm just gonna come over here and hit this guy next to me.
Mhm.
And then move through him and hit purple twice.
Both hits.
30, 40, 53.
Going to about half-ish. Well, a little below half.
And that's all I can do.
Copy that.
Take that back. I can move one more, so I'm going to move here.
Okay. I'll allow it. Draco, it's your turn.
Okay, so cantrips, do they have a speaking thing with them, or do they just happen?
The components section of the spell block should tell you. It should have V, S, or M, sometimes more than one. But if it has a V component, that is verbal, and those spells can't function in a zone of silence.
Okay. Here's an interesting one I'm asking for.
Sure.
It's not verbal, but it's more like a sound wave that goes out in a cone, right? Or does this automatically just nullify it?
It won't do anything to the zone of silence, but you can cast it because there is no verbal component to it. The only thing that I would caution against is I think it's an emanation from you.
Yep, friendly fire. And
So all you're doing
Right.
is
No,
pulsing.
that I understand. I just want to
sure.
check. I want to verify first because I was going to swim closer towards like this, and then it's a cone, right?
I think it's like a square. It would be everything within 5 feet of you. So like a 3x3 grid with you at the center.
Can it be heard up to 100? Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, never mind. All right. Well, then instead of that, I will use. Oh man, all these got freaking verbals.
Many spells, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's. I'm just gonna. What's the speed? It's like half. Right when you're swimming.
Yes, sir. Unless you have a swim speed.
Does that apply to teleport? Could Fire Guy teleport him 15 feet away?
That's true.
He's not technically moving, so.
Yeah. Like teleport almost always breaks any conventional movement rule.
Does that get you out of the circle?
Yeah, that gets me right here on the edge, and then I can move just a smidge more. There we go.
Hey!
And then if that's the case, then I can do. There's it. Are they within 60 feet? They are. Alright, the one that casts silence, I want to cast Frostbite.
What level are you casting it at?
It didn't give me an option, so it's just my current level.
Oh, it's just
Whenever
a
I click-
cantrip. I see it.
Yeah.
You said frostbite, and for some reason I was thinking cone of cold.
Ah.
Very, very different spell, but
Yeah.
yes. I have to make. Which one are you hitting? I'm so sorry.
Orange. The one that casts the silence. That's a jerk.
I
you
did
know?
fail my Constitution saving throw.
Great, so got 13 damage, cold damage.
And I also failed my concentration check to maintain the spell's concentration.
Yay!
Perfect.
And she takes 13.
And then Fire Dude is going to hit yellow with Flame Seed.
It burns a little bit. Mostly like with steam.
Well, see, Steam's hot.
It
Steam
is.
hurts.
It does. Oni, your turn.
Okay, purple, it's you and me. Is there any complexity to me being grappled, or can I just attack?
It just means that you're restrained, so you can't move, but attacks are unaffected.
Damn, you got no crits. What happened, Oni?
Yeah, what is 4 attacks with no crits? I thought
51
your
damage, though?
crit was like 100% or something.
I feel like 51 damage is good. It's because I don't have advantage. If I had advantage.
I see.
Did I need all 51 on that one creature?
You needed 39 to kill it, so I think you can't use the other attack on something else.
the 8. Yeah, I could put
Oh,
the
exactly
18
39.
Exactly 39. I could
Yeah,
put
you're right.
the
The
12
18 could
damage
go on
on
spells.
yellow
Yes, ma'am.
and try to disconnect Renan from yellow.
You would need to use your whole action to attempt to break a grapple like
Oh,
that.
I see. Okay.
But you definitely do get to hit it for 12 damage.
Done. I can't cleave the hair that's grappling her.
I am working in the other game on a way of targeting specific body parts for
Nice.
more fun combat options like
Okay,
that, but it
good.
is just a little tricky because in a world where I say like kicking someone in the nuts is extra damage, then everything is either a nut shot or an eye gouge for the rest of time.
That makes sense.
All right, it is Renan's turn though.
Okay.
She can use an action to escape the grapple, or she can take her attack unimpeded, although she is
I think
attached to the
because
zombie.
Hoppy is here and Oni is here, she's just going to attack. Because if we can kill that, and I get to do it at advantage because I'm not moving and I'm in melee, right?
I'm so sorry.
Using Black Sand's Edge.
Yes, in melee. No. Yes. You are. That is a hit for 35.
Yeah, I feel a little bit better knowing that Hoppy is here, so if she attacks Renan, Hoppy can take some of the damage and get an attack in exchange, so.
Okay. The yellow drowned sister will in fact press her advantage on Renan. She draws her in with the grapple close to her face and gently plants a kiss on her lips. I need Renan to make a charisma saving throw.
She's not very charismatic, so that's not going to go good.
Does that provoke a attack of opportunity?
It is not an attack.
It's a kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Tongue action and everything.
So you'll need to track this in a way. I don't want you to actually change this, Destiny, but you'll have to make a note of it somewhere.
Okay.
Renan takes 4 points of strength damage. We have not dealt with that yet, I don't think, in this game. Her strength score is temporarily reduced by 4.
Oh, there is no good way to do that, huh?
You cannot modify the score because that will be havoc on the sheet because it's like a permanent update. So just either in character notes, or if you want to use the Roll20 notes system or our in-game notes, just write -4 strength.
I added it to her character appearance because that was an open spot, so it's on her bio page.
Okay. At this point, the drowned sisters see that the combat is not going the way that they had hoped, and they look to one another and say, "It is too early, but the ritual must be rushed. The hunter will rise. Long live Blemis." And they each lay their hands down, palms up to the surface of the water, and their bodies just disintegrate, like instantly pop, shredding into thousands of pieces of literal chum that
It
just
was in my mouth, it's in my
slowly
mouth,
start
it's
to
in my mouth.
spin towards the bottom of the dark depths below. They voluntarily have exploded, chumming the waters. Here's my question to you guys. It is 11:46. Do you want to see the summon of Blemis and see if that's a fight you guys want to have? Do we want to just punt right now until next week? I don't think
say we
there's any
punt.
world where we can get through it in 15 minutes, but
I'm going to keep the surprise.
Yeah!
okay. Then the summon of Blemis the Hunter will be first thing next time. Are we good for next weekend?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
4th of July weekend.
5th of July.
Yeah,
It's the
it'll be
5th of
the 5th.
July. Yeah, it'll be fine.
The 5th of July at 9 a.m.
Everyone have a
For
happy
those
4th.
who haven't turned themselves into chum with fireworks.
That's true.
Bye, everybody.
Have a happy